Mario Kart at launch. So Mario adjacent titles, and there have been many other Mario titles already on Switch 2 even, but not that mainline Mario. So I think that's interesting because you have all these like Mario spin-off games that are essentially the Road series.
Let's see.
That they can rely on.
Are we live? College football, the F teams.
So yeah, again, back to your Galaxy point, that's one thing that's been suspicious for me because the thing is, like, it's Mario's 40th anniversary this year, right? They didn't make a big deal about it, but I think a celebration of Mario, it's been not a great celebration of Mario, because it's a celebration of Mario Galaxy. No, I love Mario Galaxy, so I'm not upset by this. It just feels weird. You're celebrating your main character. Mario Books is so much fun. Again, it's just half the age of the rest of the series. You know, Mario Galaxy only 20 years old. We've had the movie now. We've had the games. Even call the movie the two polar, like sort of like the release of the year for the anniversary.
Well, started off this season 0-2. We got F teams today. That's Florida, Florida Atlantic, Florida International, Florida State, Fresno State. We got 5 teams today.
And I know I'm going to say a lot of varied opinions about this online, which I'll get to, but I'm curious what your thoughts are on this. Like, do you think that they are actually building up to something greater, or is it just because of the movie that they're using that to kind of like market the rest of the games now?
Nintendo loves a surprise and delight, and oddly enough, going back to a series would indeed surprise and delight, mostly because the planet concept still has a lot to work with, and they probably have a lot more experience now since they've done Odyssey and a lot more experimental ideas with that. And that's the thing is, well, the Mario team's obsessed with just trying new, and so they can both work against handful.
The thing I've heard online is like,
We're going up against USC. Oh yeah, shake those titties.
Something you were just saying, I feel like there's so much untapped potential with Galaxy, and they could easily make a few like a full type of game, like within still, like the planet idea. Like there's nothing about the planet idea that restricts you from doing other things too. And I think to that point, like we've already seen the studio grow, and not to apparently it's a trying to build up to their games, but they had so many ideas. For the first game alone, they were able to capitalize.
Oh, come on!
For the first game alone, they weren't able to capitalize on it. They were able to use it as the second one, and also within the constraints of the Wii hardware. So imagine a much more now, a decade, but 2 decades now plus of like development experience and potential ideas for games that easily merge with the open space idea. And I can sit here and use it probably years like within the Galaxy done yet. Like one idea I mentioned before is like when I had like a cool like asteroid belt and anything like planet straight, as a way to be a boss or whatever. Or like have orbiting physics. Like one of the things about a galaxy is all the levels are stationary. We actually had all different moving around each other or something. You take that and like there's so much you can do. Like even scratching the surface of what they can explore. So is that just a story out of it? I can imagine make some portals into the mix or something, like portals with Ruby, that would be very intensive for some very creative level design. Oh man, that'd be crazy. I would love that idea. Like I always, there's more I can, like I love the series as well. And I always felt there's even more I can do with that series. Also, could be something, but yeah, you could take what we do with galaxies and into the vertical top. Like you could, for instance, you could have made more Odyssey. I would love that for the movement alone because I'll be honest, Mario Galaxy was a bit limiting, but I felt like it was purposely designed that way. Because they wanted to keep it simple and straightforward for people who may not be super experienced while taking on a whole new concept of the 3D space and gravity. I'm almost picturing when you can fly.
All right, take over on downs.
You can jump that down or something. The jetpack would be sick. There's so much potential. I mean, for me, it's what I could say. For instance, if Mario Odyssey had been rebranded as Mario 64 too, that's effectively what it is. I'm upset by that too. I think there's so much I think they've heard of getting a lot of potential branding of it. And I'm thinking, that doesn't limit them to what they can do. Now, because again, Mario Odyssey basically is 64 when it comes to games. And totally, Mario Odyssey was like a celebration of the Mario 64 gameplay style. See, it's a celebration of the Galaxy style, which, like you said, has endless possibilities, which I think is a Sonic song. So to me, so that's funny, but yeah, so there's that. I also want to reflect. They want to do something new as well.
Damn it!
That could be a chance of something that also makes it extremely unpredictable. I don't think I could have predicted how Odyssey would be before it came out, and so we have this thing. Maybe it can be a little bit of both. Because like you were saying, it's Odyssey is a celebration.
Oh, what an idiot! Caught it inside of his own 5.
Which is no small feat. So they have the Galaxy stuff as a baseline, but then add something on top of it. That just no one would think of and be like, well, this is awesome to do in a 3D space. This is awesome platform, right? Yeah, and I want to be clear. I love Mario Galaxy. I'm not arrogant here. The next one being a third one, I just would be disappointed by that. But I'm also glad they do something keeping grounded in a lot. Odyssey, space, whatever it ends up being. I think it's probably game of possibilities. We're not even imagining. It proves an even clearer marriage of 2D and 3D is probably the greater play can do there. Mario Odyssey with the idea with those awesome 2D segments and structures. There's probably a lot more than that you could do. That would be amazing, And try a news update for a little bit, if you don't mind me. This shouldn't be a short one. So we've had the remake of Star Fox. We've had the remake of Legend of Zelda. And I know there might be remake fatigue, but I would really like Mario 64 remake. I want to see that concept looking beautiful. It's always been played well, but I want it to look as much as I wish it could. And it's never really had that. Even on the DS, it never really pushed the limits to imagine seeing.
What the fuck?
Actually, imagine something that looks better than Mario Odyssey, but with the Mario 64 gameplay style and story, all that stuff.
That would be a delight. I know it's mixed feelings.
The child part of me that still exists. It's like, yeah, this sounds I'm a league live with that game with like amazing visuals and explain the story. But then for me, part of me, it's like, I've played this game again a million times. I know it like the back of my hand. I don't hate the idea of revisiting Horizon. I don't want it to be a remake. What I would love is if they took the idea and expanded it. Like, they actually ported the idea of Mario Galaxy 2, where you could go back to a Mario 64 level being non-12 sports. That's what it, it's changed a little bit. It's been, a decade later or whatever, 15 years later, whatever. And I think that's a possibility. Like, what if, for instance, console levels were originally, what if that we go beyond the downgrades of those original stages, and now, like, moving now was part of a much bigger stage, and now, like, things have changed. It's been 20 years, maybe King Kong came back and actually did
Yes.
so, what I'm looking at is, I think maybe that's right. Like, I think that would be interesting as a base and you can build up on it.
I think there's a conflict of probably their internal team because they love to be respectful and faithful to their material. But I would love to see them do some like stories, stars, and that like the world becomes expanded. And like so, you still get that authentic experience with the first 6 or 7. It's not a 3D. And the other 7 and 700. Yeah, and then with once you do that, the world could expand.
Do that thing.
Sunshine.
No, ukulele.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, so that does. I don't know. So yeah, it leaves me with feelings. I think they would, from what I've seen, they like to be faithful. So sadly, I think they would stick mostly to what's that. But if they could do something like this second quest or a master quest, where it's completely different.
Yeah, that's your quest on yourself. The fact that you're looking at it, it's very different. I with it. Like, as long as it feels different, I think that is beneficial.
But they would still have the original version. Like, I can see those as 2 separate things. Like I said, that's why I call it a master quest. It's like you can select them right from the story.
Yeah, no, I don't want that. And then each
Finally.
something to look at, but normal students as well. Like maybe have like I don't know, maybe have you can repeat the story by each like from the sky. Maybe do the
A little bit. Calm down. Calm down. All right, lay back down, boy. I just didn't want you to fall.
It's like a video game.
I just didn't want you to fall. There you go.
Adventure. It's hard to say whether it's the first version the intrigue with that idea. And I will say the one thing I just really want to see, John, is I want to see a gave us like an idea of how that could be, because like it's like, oh, they actually thought this out. This is how we know this thing flushed out Mario Kingdom, and the RPGs have given us a bit of that too. I want to see that within the context of an Mario given. I love fun relaxing to games. It's a tool.
I think a gimmick idea that you would probably love is get around in this new environment. You'll get a plethora of vehicles, maybe something connected to nuts and bolts.
Yes.
Like it's curse or something, and you like you unlock throughout the course of the game the ability to jump higher and higher, or like I don't know about skill trees necessarily, but like I think maybe some that could have potential then, or equipment you can get that if it's
No, boy. Stay put.
Exponential growth. I could see that being interesting, where you can start off and then like do it, then create like
Touchdown.
you can reach to greater heights essentially.
Right, exactly.
But like, how would an open world Mario game really work? Like we definitely like had a taste of it, but how could something on a grander scale? How would
places, things interesting between the like big areas, like what would be in like
what they had in Mario Fury, Bowser's Fury is the Dory section. So they had something engaging in between the areas.
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, maybe to your point, like having a vehicle, some kind of, Yoshi, maybe a quicker Yoshi, or the guy, he's got a permanent hot pepper running stats, and that's who knows what it is. But yeah, I'm not, when I say open world, I'm not envisioning something a la Breath of the Wild, where it's like miles between, landmarks or, key points. But then I think what makes, like, basically picturing is, like, you take, like, the world they've already built, like, in Mario Odyssey, it's like, I think that's too much. It's not a gigantic world, but it's big enough that, it feels sizable. And, maybe you get off some areas with whatever it is, like the physical gates or, something to get rid of all the residents. But yeah, I feel like it can be done, and I don't know. I mean, like, I just want to say something that, sounds good on paper, it can be cool in practice, but I just feel like if it had to the bigger result, I feel like they could probably figure out more too. But I do think, the key thing would be...
No. Little bit. Are you okay, boy?
And Nintendo's been doing a lot of experimental like differences in like size of games, like how big they are, like how much is to it. Maybe to fill in the void, they could get some other company that, or another development studio that has experience in 3D platforming to make something smaller and a little bit more different and ambitious with like a unique idea to fill in the gaps for the next big release.
So are you thinking a possibility that we may not see the next 30 Mario soon?
I'm saying, like, we may see a 3D Mario, but it might be a little bit different. It might be short, it might be experimental.
See, definitely have the Bowser's Fury, and I don't think it happens again. So I think the next time we see 3D Mario is cool, and I think we will see 3D Mario within the next at least be announced. I don't think DK Bonanza took up the entire development staff. But maybe it's again more than I assumed that maybe like now that they're getting its full power, the remaining staff that they're freed up, maybe it is a little further up than I thought, but I think they'll see it within this next year. Maybe it gets pushed to 2028, which is kind of moment. In any case, all I know, John, is I'm stoked for it. Each one
Yes.
Wise taking so long as they really want to make sure it exceeds the expectations of Odyssey.
So this whole time we're related, so I'm really hoping that they nail it because I'm excited for it. So, John, anything else about Mario? Mention here on 31.
I can't keep track of all my subscriptions. It's not my idea of that exceeding. checked your key account in 2 minutes, and we'll spot you up to $200.
W.
Why now?
W, man.
Do we play?
Do we play? Don't you want to see college football?
It's just starting in
Yes.
There you go.
And on the show to do analysis. I can't remember. He might have even been still playing with the Steelers, but not sure.
Oh no!
I can't
I
remember if he
forgot
was
what to say.
like right after the season ended.
Oh crap.
But he was just starting. I believe it.
Oh
It
no.
wasn't too bad as an NFL analyst back in those days. Those were before everything. This was before ESPN became about race. And everything was about
Go pregame.
sexual preference. That's before ESPN really went low.
Oh shit.
About it wasn't in his competition.
Oh shit.
When ESPN flipped the switch,
Oh shit.
social justice channel
Brandon.
instead of a sports channel.
Gantleman.
Gantleman.
This about being
Brandon.
I can make this about this. And ESPN will celebrate me for it. Clark is flipping. He was
Ah, he's short. He's short. It's halftime.
just
Then 7 to 1,287.
because Ryan Clark can win after Pugh because he worked.
He's
And
short.
yeah, Nick Bosa did a victory like
It's
that for
halftime.
ESPN 5. I see a celebration of somebody's termination,
Zach.
like with Ryan Clark. Because people just want to watch ESPN over sports.
Zach, dude.
My
Not that
tummy's
long
full.
ago. ESPN was
Tummy full.
just let it play.
Wide open. He caught it. Touchdown.
It was actually a thing. And it
Calls.
was Skill versus Stephen A was great television. It was must see every morning.
Wide open.
Because it was about sports.
Touchdown.
Oh shit, they're gonna argue about the Cowboys again. Here comes Stephen A wearing a cowboy hat out. And you're gonna laugh your face off when Stephen A's over the top. And so was Skip, because he loved the Cowboys. But ESPN flipped the narrative in there and they wanted to know, hey, so people hoping ESPN would course correct. Are they going to get into this business? I brought this up yesterday. They fired Brian Clark. Mike Golick gets back. I don't know. Trey
I
Wingo's
understand.
created his own platform. I don't know that he'd want to go back.
Hey, Sam.
Maybe Stink will come back. Maybe Mark Schlick will come back. But ESPN looks like they're trying to course correct and get back into the business of it just being about sports. Well, now Ryan Clark is saying he
Hi,
was too
Sam.
black, and he's crying. Trying about being fired. You did this to yourself by not keeping it about football, bro.
Game Time loves the David books.
When you actually just talked about football. No.
Game time, yeah.
Some of the puts me this way. Let me steer myself to the message. Let's go.
You know, man, the show for 3 years, we never shied away from any company. We never shied away from tackling. anything this year. Because I knew
Hey.
I had no beef. I knew I could respond to
All the
disrespect. Right? I knew. For lack of a better
Let's go. We're up 21-0.
blank. What makes me sad is, even in trying to adjust to be at least more of what certain people wanted, they still fired me.
ESPN. Think about this. They told him we don't want this brand anymore. And that was a problem for this guy. ESPN obviously knew it was a
Can I
problem
go
for
to
him.
Zach's house, please?
So they let him go. They didn't want him poisoning the waters anymore. Of course, we're going to get him. Get
Read
this
my
guy out of the
messages,
building.
please.
To me,
Zach's house.
it wasn't fair. I was fine.
Shit.
Anyways, as a cover in camouflage for what they intended to do, there was no cause for it.
Shit.
Because there was no cause for it, you couldn't just fire me so you could wait till the layoff so you could camouflage it.
Oh no, he caught it.
If I was laid off
Brandon,
like everybody else, I came out on Tuesday. Mine came out on Friday.
Yeah, it's a corporate move. If we think you're
We're challenging.
an operations manager,
It will count.
give you a couple days to cool off.
Minions,
That was it, thing.
Banana,
It's a kid.
Banana.
From the West Bank. It's like so accepted. And it's not. No one checks that. You know, never. You know that. Okay. It's accepted. So, so yeah, like I'm gonna change. You know, if you ask me, probably the first like Monday of football, all my friends, something. Yeah, change it. You know.
Down I go.
So what? I've got no sympathy for this guy at all. None. None.
I don't.
My estimation of Roman Clark as a man has fucking plummeted. To cry like a woman. Even Cinderella didn't cry.
No good. Gonna have to punt.
Ian Crook lost loved ones, kids making you pray for the wedding. Something of honor like an Arizona memorial, raising of the flag, fallen comrade and friend, maybe a goodbye to a team you've worked and served a long time with. Men never self-pity. Never. That's damn good. There's no crying in journalism. Brian Clark was nothing more than a race baiter. Soft. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Beta. Beta. Crocodile tears. He definitely was looking at him like a damn fool. Yeah, they were. That chanting crowd in the head.
Do you have
Was
a
that-
party?
Was that Steve?
I don't have a Wii.
Was that Steve company? Right? I don't even know who that other host is. For sure. It looks like Steve's going back. I can't be going crazy, right? No, I don't watch and listen to the Penitent. Can you imagine? First
Hi, I'm
Put
Sam.
yourself through added extra
Sam.
I'm gonna do that.
That was cool.
ESPN
Yes.
shoot. They got someone for the WNBA. They need to get out of there. Monica Big Nut.
I don't have a Wii.
All right. 4th and 14. Come on, let's get the stop.
Ian Collins that needs to hit the bricks too. Here's what it is, man. They said we've had enough. We've watched our
Do we
ratings
have Wii
plummet.
music?
And then it's
I don't have Wii music, Wii play, Wii party, Wii fit.
Do we party on the Switch, please?
He quit. He quit. We won.
Do Deal or No Deal on the PS5, please?
Deal or no deal on the PS5, please.
Get the fuck out of here. Tell me what you think. So, till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.
I don't have Wii Party, we play Wii Music. Do we party on the PS5, please? Do you know any Davids?
Everybody. Everything is happening in February. That's right, the big dog for Pamela in San Diego Comic. And they announced the release date for Lao Fei. Say it with me, everybody. February 2027 is the new date that everybody needs to move out of the way for, because
We
the
fit.
four major games Tuesday they Lao Fei, which I think, see about this one. I do think a lot of people are going to play it. There are
This guy likes to run the ball a lot, so we gotta watch out for that.
Is your name David?
so that you
No, it's not.
Do you have Super Mario Galaxy?
Steve
I do. I did a whole well, I have Galaxy 2
to be
on the Switch 2. I had Galaxy 1 on the Switch 1. I did a whole Galaxy 2 stream on the channel. You can find it in the Nintendo Gameplay playlist.
And I guess we're going to get to play Tomb Raider. So if you're really into Tomb Raider, that's going to be that game. Oh, and then 4
No,
days
it's
later,
not.
you're going to talk about Lao Fei. Just a few
Yes, it is.
And then
Galaxy 2 is in the playlist. Nintendo Gameplay playlist.
just 2 days out.
I have Galaxy 2.
The Xbox title Fable will be launching February 23rd.
Galaxy 2 stream
Those games.
on the
I think we're
channel.
playing God of War Lao Fei, which I'm
To
definitely
wrap
going
up
to do
streams.
on February 16th.
Yeah.
Maybe enough of a gap. I don't actually think Persona 4 is
Yes, it
necessarily competing for God of War and Fable audiences, maybe a little bit, right? But we're at this time where more and more as I get older, I am recognizing that I don't have time to play every game. And I think that's what's really going on with the industry, where there's too many games coming out. And it's getting really hard to pick and choose what you play. Think about it back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you had a handful of games to choose from. You knew LJN was trash, but you knew the official Nintendo Super Mario Bros. 3 was going to be good, right? Maybe you played the X-Men Super Nintendo game, and that would hold you for like a month, or Super Mario RPG would, that would be the game you played, and there wasn't really too much competing in terms of releases.
Damn it.
Games released in a given month now than in a whole year. Not even that long ago. Back in the
Hi,
day,
I'm
man, I
Sam.
remember there would be
Damn
like
it.
big temple releases on a month, and then you would wait a few months for the next one, so you would have more time to play in and appreciate one game. And now, I just feel like I'm constantly.
Can I take a
still
nap,
haven't
please?
played all of these
I'm
old
tired.
games, and I do think this paralysis of decision making not just for me, I see it in the
Wow.
too.
What the hell?
John complaining is going to be a thing that happens more and more. So when I see a stack like this, Tomb Raider, Legacy of Atlantis, God of War, Lava Bay, Persona 4 Revival, and Fable,
Wow.
I'm like, okay, well, hopefully I can play
What the
through Lava
hell?
Bay before I get to Fable. But at the end of the day, this is why I think a lot of people are just going to wait for sales. You're going to pick the one that you want, that you need to play at launch,
Do you
and the
have a
other one,
Wii?
I can wait. Why? Because I have 3 games that I haven't even had a chance to touch yet. And I think that's, This the same week as Persona 4 Revival and
Do you have a
Fable
Wii U?
gains me. It's not the same week, is it?
I don't have a Wii U.
I already made peace with the idea that Persona 4 Revival
Do
would
we
have
sports
come
result,
after
please?
Fable for me. Fable versus God of War Lava Bay is such a difficult choice.
I might do Switch 2 Sports Resort for you.
I don't have a Wii U.
I personally, like for my combat fix, I can see God of War.
What the fuck?
Fix, but for everything else, Fable's like that. Fable is one of those games
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you can live in it for a long time because you can just hang up one down and there's so many things to do. We got that gameplay demo of Fable where they sort of
What
laid
the
out
fuck?
what we can expect in terms of content, and it seems like there is a lot coming in that regard. Paul Tassi wrote a little bit of a piece about this, saying, God of War Lava Bay and Fable play PS5, Xbox release date chicken. Isn't Fable coming to PlayStation? So I guess that's not really chicken. But he wrote a little bit about it. He said, yes.
Gave up another touchdown.
Multi-platform in its upcoming resurgence, released on
Ben
both
doesn't
Xbox
keep his
and
channel
PlayStation.
family fried until
Okay, you got me, Paul. You got me on the first thing you called out anyway. But the storied Xbox IP is about to go up.
Oh, that's not good.
PlayStation's profits, specifically God of War Laufey, the next this that departs from Kratos and his wife Laufey, battling a new amalgamated. I've never known how to say that word.
That's not good.
Amalgamated. Sorry, that was fun.
It's not good.
Gods alongside a quirky cube. God of War Laufey has now set a release date on PS5 February 16th, and that makes that strikes me as less than ideal for Fable, a game that has quite a ride in terms of landing on final release date. I think it was totally fine. I would disagree with your assessment, Paul. I don't agree. I think both games are going to be totally fine. I actually don't think it's that big of a deal in terms of how close those two are to each other. I actually think the bigger problem is everything else going on, like my backlog, all of the games that we have to consider in terms of playtime. This was an interesting news.
There we go, there we go.
Yeah,
W.
plays for God of War Laufey. Corey Barlow confirms the start of work title after Laufey will start Kratos, and the new entry will connect directly to Phase 3. So, I'm just guessing, but I think whatever Laufey is going to do in her story will send her back to the realm.
Who we play?
Kratos, so being able to meet them, and he had against in God of War Ragnarok that were there with him, right? You had your son,
YMCA.
you had the
YMCA.
but anyway,
Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up.
Thing, like, imagine a team up game, husband and wife and son, going out and just wrecking shop, and I can see that. I can work it, if I'm being totally honest. Now that we could introduce the big, and I also got a lot of
Jump on it, jump on it.
He-Man and She-Ra.
Jump on it, jump on it.
So, yeah, I'm actually kind of down with that, and I love that we're going to get the Kratos and Laufey, so we'll get a little bit more backstory on him, and people then get Laufey joining Kratos, so I actually think that works. My whole hang-up on the Laufey entry is calling it God of War. People have criticized that, saying, well, of course it's God of War, there's gods of war here. Like, for a brand name, everybody associates God of War with Kratos. So my solution would be I'll make a God of War
Come
story or
on,
something
dance,
like
jump
that.
on it.
But it's all like I'm kind of over it at this point. It's just like I like Deborah Ann Wall. I think she's amazing. Obviously, I like all the God of War games. I've played every single one of them. I think I did the guide for the God of War. What was it? The one that has multiplayer near the end of the PlayStation 3
Let's go.
cycle. So I love the God of War franchise, and there's no way that I would miss Lao Bei. Played all the PSP games, played every God of War that has ever been made. I could bring out all my discs and show you my nerd thread, but I think you can take my word for it.
Hello,
So
I'm
yeah,
Sam.
I'll check it out. And
4-3, we're going for it.
Like, God, if it's not God of War or whatever like that.
Do you know
What they're
Apache?
doing
I do not know Apache.
to the universe, and he is He-Man. And they're going to come together.
Is Apache on
Shit
your
out of work.
playlist?
Fuck!
Same thing they did with He-Man. My whole squad.
No, Apache's not on my playlist.
Face badass.
I do not know Apache.
Fuck.
Anyway, there are a few more takes on this. Deborah Ann Wall says that she
Fuck.
watched 6 hours of God of War 2018 after she was offered the role of Faye in Ragnarok. Says that
No,
she is
Apache's
honored
not
and
on my
emotional to be
playlist.
able to lead her own game in this universe, SDCC. God of War Love It.
I wish I could pay for live sports for just one day and not the whole month. Just let you do that.
I wish I could finish one sentence without something.
Her own game in this universe, SDCC. Approachable, and I'm really excited to see her take on the character. You know, just the tease that we've seen too. Pretty excited to play it, and of course, you know, Christopher Judge is great as Kratos. I think he really nailed that tone of, you know, angry dad. So kudos to him there. Let me know what you think about God of War Lao Bei in the comments below. Look, I know the announcement was surprising to a lot of people, but I squabble about the title, but it's still Bay. It's still his wife. It's still going to connect to the
Hello,
overall
I'm Sam.
universe of God of War. And now I'm more excited about what the
Hello, Sam.
is going to be.
Alright, come on, we gotta get this shit together. Let's do it.
Look, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, turn on my content goes live. Thank you so very much for watching.
Let's get our shit together.
Jason, Marcus, Shane, Hargy, Emma, Michael, and Brent. I really appreciate the heck out of y'all. I
Hello,
appreciate the heck
Sam.
out of all the members over here. Thank you so much, Steve. You've all supported me, and it really means a lot. And if you want to support my work doing this YouTube thing, you can go to YouTube.
Come on.
Just go to the memberships on YouTube. Or even Patreon.com/Safe State Plus. I upload audio of all the episodes, just an auto thing set up to do that for y'all. So thank you to everybody who supports, and hopefully hear these and appreciate them too, because I appreciate that kind of you. Anyway, that's a weird outro. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to see my reaction to the reveal,
Run!
Squad, check her over there. See you in the next one. Bye.
Oh boy, this alien topic is absolutely getting very fascinating with a lot of deepfakes out there and disinformation and psychological operations as well as AI slop that is meant to allegedly attack Christianity. Well, that's what some people think, as the Catholic Church just fired an in-house AI suit. I was going to say
Touchdown!
exorcist for saying that UFOs are actually demons. What in the world's going on here? As Sean Ryan sat down with Father Reverend warns that aliens could be used to replace Christianity. This is episode 324 of the Sean Ryan Show. This is definitely fascinating. We're going to be playing you clips of it and then connecting the dots here when it comes to a lot of the kind of weird stuff that we've been hearing about UFO aliens that some people believe are demons. If you appreciate that, subscribe. Click the notification button. We greatly appreciate all the time that you guys spend with us. And of course, when you're on social media, right now you're just being inundated with your videos of people saying, "So, you're an alien, they're real." I question everything, especially when everything's insane. So, and that is just announced UAP disclosure amendment secure, as him and some other brave members of Congress have been fighting for disclosures and describing what they see as a kind of deep state internal war, denying
Certain inches.
of information while other people are going to society attempted to destroy Christianity. What's the truth here? As Congresswomen like Anna Paulina Luna have been talking about the Book of Enoch, Tucker Carlson, J.D. Vance, Joe Rogan
No!
have been talking about covering it extensively, as a lot of people see a religious component here. As of course, 4chan allegedly has alien photos of 2023. I get super skeptical of everything as people are putting out fake videos that are clearly AI rendered as a way to promote and propel this type of theoretical type of thinking that has dominated the social media sphere. As a person has been a buzz when it comes to this conversation, but overall, the vast majority of people are saying, yeah, the government is trying to convince us aliens to right? One, we're the Epstein files. Two, can we lower gas prices? And then three, I got a lot going on. I'm busy. Alright, I don't have time for these shenanigans that the government keeps playing on us. Of course, we're involved in a huge national security type of insane situation in the Middle East right now, specifically around energy independence. The National Intelligence Agency is going to take time now to tell us aliens are up. Something.
I think they make a song using whole big voice. Let's start with the drums.
I'm now to tell us aliens are up. Come on. Something is just weird here. Alex Jones talked about a potential alien false flag that the groundwork is being set on. What's really going on here? Again, the best type of notion is, we'll see, right? The best type of notion is, whatever they release, I'm going to try to see what the result of it is, then we can come up with a hypothesis to why the government is acting the way it is. As of course, this government hasn't been the most transparent. As Trump recently says that he got rid of NDAs for people who want to work with his administration and his government investigative body that's looking into all of this. As Lou Elizondo previously talked about, how he can't speak about certain topics because of NDAs he signed to get Trump waived them or internal disclosure. Not public disclosure, internal disclosure and investigation. There's a big kind of difference there. Have you stood in front of a UFO?
I am. We have to talk about what's in the book because I've got clear for, so let me say this. I have had in my possession material that was allegedly recovered from a UFO image. I cannot say it was, but I have been told I was warned very in the social review. I was told several years ago that I could never talk about Crash Post-War material, ever. And I signed a paper, right? So that in itself should be happening for you.
How will we be able to speak to government investigators? Will those government investigators and this new kind of governing body that are looking into this, that said that they would prioritize national security first, will they actually disclose this type of more deeper, alleged information to the general public? I'm doubtful.
More important than that, it's only been recently I'm allowed to talk about
Touchdown!
recent comes into it because that's to me, I have to honor that. So, and just so you understand, I'm not trying to be evasive, I don't want to go to jail. I hear you. So, there is material that I've had access to that was clearly engineered. Had one of the very best, I can't say which one of the very best aerospace companies in the government confidence. So, it's really was I'm not saying one way or the other. Try to replicate that material. And at a cost of $1 million, they broke the machine. They were able to replicate this material at a minimum level. The same material. We took one piece and another piece of this material. Up to 3 years ago, I don't know about now, but we could not replicate, we did not have the technology to manufacture it. When you look at this material, and you found out what we know for sure, found it, where it was found, temporally, there's a problem. Because this material has obviously been engineered with a technology that at least we're pretty familiar with. Maybe the Russians, maybe the Chinese, back in the
comes to this particular topic, right? Specifically, we don't see saying, yeah, they exist, there's crap, there's aliens, everything's out there. This brings up the notion of non-human civilizations surrounding us. And this brings the question, well, what about God? What about our faith? Of course, a lot of people are questioning their faith. Spielberg had some interesting things to say, especially about raising theological questions. But before getting into that and this kind of bombshell Sean Remain podcast, just really quickly, check out WeAreChange.shop. One of our best-selling supplements is our omega-3s. You just got to make an order of it. Sure to take care of the fish oils. I've got small fish from Peru. Dr. Ron, pretty bullish on fish oils. I have them here on my desk. You can see I personally take them myself here. They're great quality, great pills. And of course, I want to lower my inflammation. That's why I'm taking them. And supplementing with omega-3s has shown to slow biological aging. You combine that with vitamin D and exercise that has an additive translation of 3 months of slowed biological aging. You can also get vitamin D at WeAreChange.shop here. Lots of people deficient in it, as a lot of people have a very low omega-3 index. They have a very high omega-6 index, which is seed oil, which is basically what our heavily processed food is produced in now almost everywhere.
Hi, look who it is.
Saw this right clip on Instagram that I found interesting. But,
No! No! Understood interception, pick six.
Yes.
Does it raise cholesterol?
No, but it's likely to raise your HDL, which is
Look
very
who it is.
predictive.
Does it help dry
No.
eyes?
Yes.
Does it help the brain?
Yes.
Is it only found in supplements? No. Is more always better? No.
Touchdown.
Does it thin? More thin.
Fudge.
Enter your car's info. It seriously takes less than a minute.
Yanni, I have the number 1 badge.
Fine. He has to rely on the guy in charge. I mean, a lot of that is just to maintain the authority structure. Just constantly trying to get into the driver's seat. The second thing is it's normal spiritual warfare. This is a stout adversary, and so just as we would in normal warfare, he would just bomb them for a while first to soften up the situation, and then sit in the room. He's the same way. If you try and ask him a question right off the bat, then it doesn't have the meter on. You're not going to get anywhere. So you don't want to send the troops in first. You want to bomb in first. Like I basically punished him for 45 minutes, and at the end of the 45 minutes, I said to him,
Markiplier.
Yes, he was telling me. And he said, he told me, I have to tell you my nature.
Can I
And
go
what
to
that
your
means
house, please?
is, his assigned, we already knew what his assigned task was. It was to enlighten both Our Lady and our minds.
Yeah, you can. We'll play games together.
Which means to bear light. His job is to enlighten our minds, to get us to see the necessity and the good in offering
Yeah, you can.
sacrifice. That was his.
Now,
We'll play games together.
Yes.
Right. See the correlation here. The HB went on. This is up to 2 hours. Having gone into the deeper aspects and elements of this here, some people are saying, no, the government needs to reverse engineer this tech. No, we need to breed human beings in order to use this new tech, this new information. As of course, this is where the kind of religious aspect brings in how to use the kind of light or the knowledge provider. As of course, this now kind of extensively also reaches out to artificial intelligence, and people essentially
He quit.
God
He quit.
They did it as part of the fact that they put that kind of stuff in part of the negotiations. A lot of times we talk about the fact that they actually can protect us.
I got the win. I got the win.
Protect us physically from these particular things that happen to us. They can also protect us spiritually by putting in our minds, you really probably should avoid that particular person. I'm not suggesting that people should be
I got the
following their
win.
emotions and things like that, but the angels.
All right, next up,
protect us.
Florida International.
Protect ourselves, protect us from the wrong kinds of people. The other thing that I find fascinating about the angels, which is something which I actually use from time to time, is this is based on the inversion. So let's tell the inversion of it and then talk about why I think the angels do this. So demons should do the same mechanism, which is because they can affect our imagination. Demons can actually block people by affecting their imagination from focusing on things that you would normally think that they would focus on. This is how, like in our government, you can have people who are engaging in bad behavior for decades or even years, but just for decades, and nobody even pays hardly any attention to, like, why didn't anybody notice that? And that's because the demons
Can I
can
go to
actually
your house,
affect
please?
that. They say
Yes, sir.
he had this.
Promise to be nice to my dogs.
Mark Union.
He was big into the cult and Oriental society and
All right, so we're going up against, looks like Kennesaw State.
Yes, sir.
Second, his schedule. Just say, okay, I'm not going to change it.
now there's also a lot of people there who got the Germans in the 1940s and got
Tennessee.
all this kind of engineering, advanced tech from, of course, contact of the
Yeah, Kennesaw,
and they,
Florida International. Two small schools again.
that's called
You love to see it.
advanced tech. Like they had a
Night game. Kent State versus Florida International.
Nuclear bomb, close to a nuclear bomb.
Tennessee.
And of course, Florida.
You know, I noticed more people using teams that they didn't use last year. Like, there's a lot of people, like 2 years ago, that would use, like, Alabama, Ohio State all the time and shit like that. They seem more likely like they're going to pick different teams this time around.
And then find out to raise life things. So, but the demons can actually influence people that way too, but they can also block our ability to focus on stuff that why hasn't
Do we play?
It's rampant.
And it's pretty bad. And it's pretty bad now. So the end of the interview, at about 2 hours and 27 minutes, was, I think, one of the most fascinating parts.
What does the final battle look like?
Some hell, man.
I thought it comes from the conversation about it. We have the money in our account. It's so the same business thing.
Damn it.
Justin banned me.
What does the final
No, I will never ban you.
basically, which was so the structure close so badly
I will
that
never
and
ban
it'll be
you.
worse and worse, all this other stuff to such a degree that at that point the Antichrist shows up and presents himself as the solution to his problems.
Will that be AI? Will that be aliens? Right? Especially after the major wars and escalations that we're seeing right now in Europe and in the Middle East.
So, it's a control which is a part of it that he actually doesn't. And when he shows up on the scene, and there's kind of stages that actually start to still balance kind of going on at a spiritual level. But then Enoch and Elijah show up, and they're put to death by the Antichrist. Then at a certain point, St. Michael shows up, but he doesn't actually be battles with the Antichrist. He doesn't actually put the Antichrist to death in the end. Christ is the one who shows up and puts the Antichrist to death. Okay, this is what that was the second time. Not directly. It's my understanding.
That's what people believe is going to be happening. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Of course, it's pretty clear here that Sean Ryan had a big change of heart. He was recently on the Tucker Carlson podcast talking about how evil social media is.
Hi, I'm Sam. W.
People should be getting off of social media going back to
Damn, we're down 8-0.
kind of a zone spiritual for this type of awakening movement here. Because the International Business Times has this article from the UK saying the ultimate false privacy. Why Christian leaders say the upcoming UFO reveal is a threat to global faith. Now, Steven Spielberg made a very similar comment saying that disclosure
Sucks.
raise theological questions, right? This is what the article reads. Director Steven Spielberg suggests that during the Sunday interview that his new film about extraterrestrials might raise theological questions among some Christians regarding the nature of the cosmos. When a Muslim religious group that he talked about here. International business types as well. I would baptize an alien. Now, the Vatican has publicly grappled with extraterrestrial life, exploring the near-logical areas.
Come on.
Extraterrestrial life across various faiths here. As U.S. Cardinal says, exorcism goal should be private after priest removed him from saying that aliens are quote demons. Now,
Wow.
the CIA production. Now, I haven't watched the movie, but overall the thesis and that it's like releasing stuff. There's a secret body going over people, but they kind of portray aliens.
Wow.
And he's kind of like, oh, cool guys. They're chill.
Wow.
Is that meant to just seed ideas in our brain for a bigger psyop here? That's what some people believe is actually happening. What do you think? I want to leave that on the floor, you don't think? Because, of course, I think all of this deserves a very much needed conversation. And if you agree, share this video with family members. Thank you so much for getting the tutorials. We are change.shop. We're running at 15% off your order promo right now.
Hello, I'm Sam.
Hello, you're Sam. Hello, you're Sam.
Good. Survive. I love you guys. YouTube promote all of your exclusively on youtube.com/wearechange.
Look at this. Look at how much junk mail I get. I mean, credit card.
Dan and
credit card
Connor.
offering. Honestly, I don't even know.
Dan and Connor.
It's great for me. It's easier to use. Usually credit cards are not sure. Right? Easier to get someone off of your back about a situation. You distract them. Think about if you have a dog or something like that. The dog gets a hold of something he's not supposed to have. You tell him to drop it. He just kind of looks at you. And then you say, okay, well, let's negotiate. Here's your treat. Here's your favorite toy. If you drop that, I'll give you a treat. I'll give you your favorite toy. And then
Mr.
the dog will
Connor.
negotiate with you and then drop the item and then his treat. His favorite toy. Because dogs have small attention spans. And when it comes to the modern video game audience, they also...
Mr. Connor
Mr.
is in the building.
Targets rotted people's brains when it comes to things like
Mr.
this.
Zach.
And if you don't think that video game companies are privy to these sorts of things, you are absolutely out of
We're down 11-0.
What PlayStation did yesterday is the ultimate distraction. They know that people are on their feet about stuff. They know they
He's
had
in
an
the
ugly
building.
situation happen yesterday. So what do?
But we were down last game 14-0 and we won.
Look at things don't worry about this.
We actually made him quit.
Don't worry about our
11-0.
monopolistic society. Purchase PlayStation games coming in January of 2028 because it's not a release date now. The
Mr.
seagulls in
Zach.
the crowd would
And we won.
You just ate it right up because that's how people are. So I want to talk about what happened yesterday at San Diego Comic-Con. What happened yesterday in general with PlayStation to the point of where I feel like
Ah, damn, man.
decision.
Can I have any fucking time to throw?
The first time on the channel, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to sign up to Whatnot with my link in the description box down below. You get
That
free
means
money to
you
spend
lose
on
to
video games,
Plano.
comics, toys, whatever the hell you want. And when you spend that money, they give me free money.
Fuck, the guy's open! Get in the fucking ball!
Number one comic, where that came in, very cool. I have graded comics edition. Please support my addiction. But let's talk about PlayStation's day yesterday, because it was not a pleasant day. Obviously, the whole moving end of physical game distribution is heavy on their head right now. They haven't said a single thing about it since announcing it. That people would end up shutting up, hoping that people would end up moving on.
God damn
They
it!
tried a few things like black ops stuff. That didn't really work. It kind of worked initially, but then people got right back on their case because at the end of the day, they're just shooting towards Black Ops 1 and 2 at the end of the day, and there's like
God
no
damn it.
quality of life stuff really done to it, and I think hackers have already taken it over. So enjoy those classic games with all of those classic hackers. But PlayStation, of course, has more tricks up their sleeve when it comes to the all-digital revolution, such as the Marvel Tokon beta, which took place yesterday. Now, I did not participate in this open
71,287.
beta, but I did watch DSP play it a little bit last night, and well, he got pretty angry at the game. It was actually quite enjoyable. There was a problem with the Tokon beta because mysteriously the PlayStation Network was down for like
emails yesterday. You want to play your PlayStation games online? You want to purchase something online? No, sir. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, whatever you are. You can't do anything on here because our online servers are down. And then people kind of started, thinking about this, like, well, if the online servers are going down and they're down, what would that mean about an all-digital future? That does sound a little bit suspect, obviously, due to the fact that PlayStation has had many...
The ball's out! That's a fucking fumble!
Whether it's DDoS attacks, whether it's hackers taking down the PlayStation network. And if you don't think that these people are not upset about PlayStation's decisions and that stuff is just going to go away, you're ridiculous. Like, of course it's going to happen more. There's going to be more outrage over these sorts of things. And of course, PlayStation...
It was a fumble! If the ball went backwards, the quarterback wasn't down. That should have been a stupid score for me.
Nothing about PSN being down. No, they were still weak. They were still talking about other stuff. But as far as the actual problem is concerned, they didn't say anything about it because they realized, because, PlayStation's not a stupid company. They may make stupid decisions, but I do feel like there are some people there
Even
that do
people
have
on
brains
fucking
when it
Mars can
comes
see
to
that's a foul
looking at
ball.
how you present yourself on social media. They
Yeah.
realize, hey, if we see
Fumble,
something
not
about
foul ball, but
PlayStation
fumble.
being down and the PlayStation Network being down, people are just going to bitch about the all physical digital, or the all digital future that is coming because we're canceling physical games. But like I said, there's a distraction that you can do. You show someone the new
Ball start.
thing, and then all of a sudden, everyone just moves on. And what was that new shiny thing? Well, at San Diego Comic-Con, Sony of Santa Monica had a panel there. And this panel was very interesting because they brought out many shiny things to showcase for people. And now people are just distracted once
We're going
again.
to have
And
to
I think
throw
it's a
short
very
passes to beat
calculated
his
move.
blitz.
I think it's something that was intentional.
Yeah, I need to do that.
Of the physical games.
God damn it.
We're focused on that. And I think it timed perfectly with PSN going down because God of War Laffy, or Laffy Taffy as I like to call it, now has a release date. The release date for
Can
this
I talk to
game
Paul,
was
please?
announced at a San Diego Comic-Con panel.
Oh, we're getting our asses blown out.
This game was announced at a San Diego Comic-Con panel. What do you think of San Diego Comic-Con? Do you think this is a great place to get release dates for the
Oh, go, go, go!
We're getting our ass.
No, nobody thinks that way because it's a San Diego Comic-Con. The only reason I pay attention to it is for the new wrestling figures, and they announced a bunch of new Hogan figures, and I don't have room in my Hulk Hogan room. But though there's a will, there's a way, pal, and we are going to find room for those new figures. The Ichiban, freaking Japanese Hulk Hogan LJN style thing. Oh man, that was so cool. But anyways, so they announced that God of War Laffy Taffy has a release date of February 16, 2027. They also were talking about how this story is going to play into the next God of War game that will feature Kratos, and that's coming out after this game. So, like, this story intertwines with the next God of War game that stars Kratos, that everyone was bitching about with, God of War Laffy Taffy. Well, where's Kratos? Where's Kratos? I thought this was Kratos' story. This is more of a side story that still plays into things. Why are we announcing all this stuff at a San Diego Comic-Con? This, to me, under normal circumstances, would more so be something that you would talk about during a state of play, like a September
2-minute warning.
You roll it out there. Because the game's not coming out until February 16th, 2027. So in September, you let, Wolverine's coming out and it's going to get its shine and all that stuff. And then you talk about your next big game, God of War Laffy Taffy. You give it the release date. You can maybe tease the new God of War that's happening after that game. Plus, you still have the God of War remakes going on. I mean, Sony Santa Monica has just turned into the God of War studio. If you want anything
Can I
beyond
go
God
to
of
your
War
house,
from them,
please?
tough shit.
Yes.
Like, this is all they're going to be doing for the rest of their lives, the rest of PlayStation's life cycle. with the timing of all of this. This is the
Yes.
ultimate distraction because now people are distracted. Now people are talking about God of War Laffy Taffy. It has a release date. The Laffy Taffy. The Laffy Taffy. The Laffy Taffy. The Laffy Taffy. Girl, she got Laffy Taffy. Now it has a release date. Now we have something to look forward to in
Justin
February.
Sayers.
February's become a big month. I can't wait to
Justin
buy
is
this. Oh, there's
racist.
another God of War happening after this that's going to intertwine with the story. Well, now the story's more interesting to me because I got
Punch
to
the clock.
focus on everything. Look for the little details. And the distraction worked. The distraction worked. But for how long? Because eventually, without being able to play the game, and eventually without really getting any more new information on it, people are going to go back to the old mill. People are going to go back to realizing that the all-digital future is coming very soon, and physical games are in Sony's
Can.
control over the way you buy video
Oh.
on their system, and removing options,
Justin
which is
says
the
the
biggest
N-word.
thing to me at the end of the day. But it's just so damn frustrating because you're scared. PlayStation is scared to say something. I don't get why. This is your decision. You are the company that has decided to do this. You are the company that is deciding to go through with this. So stand 10 toes down. Be like, yes, this is why we're doing it, consumers. Sorry. But no, you would rather just sit there in silence and cowardice, just hide behind different things to try and distract people. And some of these distractions will work better than others. But at the end of the day, you're eventually going to have to say something. Shit or get off the pot with this sort of thing. Say something. Go ahead and rip that Band-Aid off.
Damn it, fumble!
You're afraid of your own people that support your company.
They recovered it at the 1! I fumbled at the 1!
Will make this whole situation go away.
Damn it.
Wow.
I don't think that's gonna be. But let me know what you think of this in the comments section down below. Do you think this was all planned, like the entire time? And PlayStation was just like,
Unfucking believable.
we need to announce Laffy Taffy's release date at San Diego Comic-Con and random panel. Or do you think that this was kind of a bit of a rushed decision to try and get some of the heat off of them for the upcoming physical game apocalypse, the rapture of physical games, if you will?
Safety.
All physical games in January of
Unfucking believe it.
2028 will ascend into heaven, except for the bad ones.
Unbelievable.
My first safety of the year.
The virtual highlight on the Sega Saturn. That should already be burning in hell. That's the worst fucking game ever. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to like, comment, and share. In the next video. Later.
You write the words.
My
But if you
first
hear them as a
safely of the
song,
year.
go to suno.com, switch to custom mode, and cancel your lyrics. Then describe the sound. I'll go with soulful.
So before we even start this video, I'm going to ask you guys to have an open mind because some of my audience does not like the content or opinions. They're trying to talk about how much women have changed in a negative way since the 2020s. Hear him out. Listen to what he's saying. I think what he says makes perfect sense. And most of you,
Right.
if you have a mind and you're not married to your opinions, you will probably agree with what he says. This is a very good video from I Am Rodney Walker. I'm going to link the original video in the description. Of course, you guys can check it out for yourselves, but this is a
Go!
well put video.
Hi.
Time to focus on you. Time to focus on your financial growth, spiritual growth, mental growth, your health. Is it instead of chasing these women that have
Football.
Buck! Take the points.
Fuck.
I need to fucking go back in the day.
I will be hanging out with Manny at Camp Thunderbird.
Hey, millennials, you guys know that's true. I remember back when I was probably 16, 17 years old. I think that was back when I had my cell phone and you had 3 minutes after a certain time. You guys remember that? If you don't remember this, I had this chick that I met through my cousin, and man,
That's true.
7 days a week, 7 nights a week, I had to talk to her. I couldn't get her off the phone. She wanted to talk until like 2 or 3 in the morning. And if I didn't want to, she would blow a gasket. She would blow a gasket.
Caught it! Touchdown!
Hi.
Hi.
Got it.
You got the child, so now she don't take the child. You don't take the child no more. And then she wants you to child support.
Touchdown.
Child support payments to the state. Exactly. And they ain't got to worry about this. You call it this. You go to one of the child relationships. Let it go. Let it go. And then look at that. Make it so. Let me tell you something. These ones, this is all they want. And it's teenage little kids, 19, 30, 40 years old. They will take them to do. They will drink. And it's
Manny.
Fumbled! We got it! Scoop and score! And we have the lead! Just like that!
We got it. Just like that.
Is he wrong though? And let me be clear.
Hey, I went from down 17-0 to up 18-17 in like a minute of gameplay.
I agree with you, there are still some good women out there. There are. My argument, the thing I always bring up, kind of to the point that he's making, is the sad part is, it pains me to say this, they're becoming much more few and far between. We're not building the society that creates good women, right? With pop culture and music and social norms and social programming. It's very rare. They don't even know what a good woman looks like. They don't see any good women to model themselves out. And a lot of guys don't want to let go because they, you know, they want a girlfriend or a wife. They want the companionship. Normal. I'm not going to sit here and gaslight and just appease the audience that's just so angry. There's nobody can do to them. People are meant to connect. Friendships, relationships, we are meant. Let's not act like we aren't, bro. We're just trying to have a real conversation here about the problems facing relationships, friendships for that matter. But in this video, we're just talking love.
If you could make a song using only your voice, let's start with the drums. Hit drums.
Friendships for that matter.
Come on, man.
But in this video, we're just talking love. Since the 2020s on, that's when it really started getting crazy. He's right about that. It really started getting crazy. The toxicity just literally ran amok. I say that all the time, man. Exactly. And that's what I talk about all the time as well. The biggest problem now is that in their, is it probably on paper, as much as a lot of guys don't want to admit that, this, for most young women that are pretty all this attention, for them to settle down with you, on paper it is a downgrade. On paper it is a downgrade. In their minds, they are so toxified with like the narcissism and the radical self-importance. That in their mind, when they meet you, unless you absolutely knock their socks off, where they're just drunk on love, drunk on all these chemical being released in their body, if they are not drunk with just animalistic rage towards you, then you just don't do it. You have to absolutely knock their socks off for them to even consider you. Because the fake online world of narcissistic indulgence and honestly all the monetary gains that come from it too, it's not just like attention.
Give Eli his badge.
There was a chick named Autumn. We don't talk anymore. Spoilers are real big. There was this chick named Autumn.
Dude, Eli, we were down 17-0. Now we're up 18-17.
Something like that. Very pretty. We hung out a few times.
We were down 14-0 last game, and we ended up winning.
And she, this is just her IG and her Snapchat. She showed me her phone. She goes, watch this. We're hanging out one day. And I don't know what platform she went on, to be honest. I forget what it was, but she was like, I would love you so much if you bought me something off my Amazon wish list. I put that on her story. Within 4 minutes, some dude paid like $700 for all this random crap she had.
How many F teams are there and how many have you done?
Honest to God.
There's 5, and I'm on the third one. There's Florida, Florida Atlantic, Florida International, which is the team we're doing now, and there's Florida State and Fresno State.
I watched it firsthand. Some dude, I don't know if one guy dropped all the money or if most of them did, but within minutes, that $700 list of things she had, it was all paid for. It's real, bro. They're not going to give that up to you unless you are Superman. And then they'd still probably second guess you.
Same woman that will make you fake husband has sex with. Who has sex with her girlfriends in Jamaica after he got shots. Next to it, that American gave $11 million last year. He was personally. No, it's not.
And also, that's why I say that porn, in my opinion,
do you have a gun?
They have damaged women.
No.
It's not even close. I can't.
He wants to waste clock and slow up. So he stopped. I pushed him out of bounds. It stops the clock. I think he's dumb for doing that. I still have timeouts. If you don't score, that's just idiotic of him. Well, yeah, it's going to make me burn my timeouts, but what happens if you don't score? The only time you go down is if you're pretty much going to win the game if you go down. Otherwise, take your points.
Hey, let's be real, though. I like this video. I think he makes...
Well, it turned out smart for him. At least he burned one of my timeouts. That's what he's probably thinking.
And what he's saying is complete nonsense. Seriously. Come on. Even to the people that are like, casual people that like some of the things I talk about, but not everything. I'm not saying to go out here and just completely abandon...
All right, we're down 5.
No, I love that. I think that happy relationships are amazing. I think family is amazing. I think the concept of marriage is amazing in the biblical sense. And when you really believe in that with someone...
So what church are you going to,
That's not where
Tamaro?
it is today, though.
It's just called a Christian Chapel Church.
Shout out to Daniel Dark.
So it's non-denominational.
This video, another great channel.
Good job on getting the badge, man.
He's made videos many times where he's talked about this stuff as well. How the family courts just destroy people. Divorce destroys people. Destroys men, I should say, not people, but just men specifically. So the information's out there, you guys. And that doesn't mean that you should just completely abandon it, but you gotta go into this stuff way more than ever going before. That's just the fact of the matter. That's not opinion. That's on paper. Objectively, nothing. Just from the data.
I fumbled it, but I got it back.
And man, social programming and pop culture has just...
There's been a lot of fumbles in this one. The booth is reviewing it.
I
Do
know
you
there's
know
good
who
ones
Todd
out there.
White is?
I see that too, but the good ones are few and far between. And
I think so.
bad ones that are putting on a good act. It sucks.
Okay, now the clock's running. They're saying I recovered it inbounds instead of out of bounds, so the clock is running.
It's from people like him and people like me and other good channels out here. You are likely to get
Damn, that was a stupid place to...
and be likely to get burned. Because it's so easy for women to be dishonest now. It on paper, whether
Okay.
you like this or not, it makes more sense.
We're changing the play. We're going to be a lot more aggressive.
Live through social media and the degeneracy that comes with it. It makes more sense for
Fuck, man, he was there!
like that. I didn't make it that way. I'm just pointing it out. And I get a lot of hate from people who don't like these kind of conversations. And I think a lot of that's
Pressing.
don't face that reality. A lot of you guys are probably in relationships where your spidey senses are going on all the time and you choose to ignore it. Because you don't want to lose this person.
Overshot it, man.
I get it.
Fuck.
I hope things work out. I'm not here to destroy relationships. I will openly say that I am a fan of love. I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. I'm not going to be one of the people that's like, I'm big town. No, I'm not. I talk to women still.
You write the words. What if you could hear them as a song? Go to suno.com, switch to custom, and taste it.
Well, that's going to do it, man.
I'll go with harmony down, emotional vocals, piano driven. They create Suno turns.
We're going to go to his church event and learn to evangelize.
That's cool. Yeah, this is definitely an evangelical... This is definitely an evangelical church, Protestant, sort of non-denominational. Non-denominational is becoming the quickest growing denomination. You know, your non-denominational churches, you know, they just don't adhere to a certain denomination. They're mostly, I would say the closest denomination they are is to Baptist in general. Your normal sort of non-denominational church. They're very independent, you know. But in particular, Christian chapels started appearing after 1974 when they broke away from Protestantism. We lose 23-18. So God of War Le Fay has a release date. Did you see that?
I heard February.
Yeah, it's February 19th, I believe. 4 days before Fable. So, like, February 19th is a Thursday. February 23rd is a Tuesday?
Everything is coming in February.
Yeah, all of a sudden, right? Fable wanted to have its own time. And now, you know, it's the GTA effect. Everybody vacated November and December. And that pushed stuff to February and to September and October. All right, we're going to Florida State.
Tomb Raider and Persona 4 Revival are coming as well.
Well, I got to be honest. Of all the games mentioned, between Tomb Raider, Persona, Fable, and God of War Le Fay, if I only have to pick one, I'm picking God of War. First. I'm surprised it's coming this soon. I think I told you when they didn't show a release year for Fable, I was like, shit, is it coming in 2028? No, it's actually coming in 2027. So I'm kind of hopeful that maybe the God of War trilogy.
Between that and Fable.
See, if PlayStation was smart, what PlayStation would do, and this is what they won't do, I believe the PS6 is coming November of 2028. I don't believe it's coming in 2027. But if the PS6 is coming November of 2028, that's when the God of War trilogy remake should come out, and it should only be on the PS6. Now, personally, I would hate that because I don't want to do that. I don't want a PS6, but that's exactly the kind of thing that makes people go to get a new system. It's your job to do as a company, is to sell the system. So God of War Trilogy should only be a PS6 game with the absolute best graphics possible. They won't do that, but that's what I would do if I ran Sony. Well, on top, if I ran Sony, I would probably
Hello, I'm Sam.
reverse the decision to go to all digital to begin with. So.
Sam, you're not getting your badge back.
Oh, we got badge wars.
Yes, I fucking am.
Oh,
You
shit.
asshole.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, my.
Oh shit.
That's some trash talking going on in that chat, bro.
Nope.
Yeah, trash talk chat going on right now.
Nope.
Alright, good first drive so far.
My badge.
Bro, that was terrible.
Are you in red or white?
I'm in white. Florida
badge.
State going against Georgia.
Three viewers. I'm in white.
Touchdown! Uh-oh, Eli, you talked about the viewership. You know what happens after you do that. We've been up and down today. We've had 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 even at one point. There's a lot of things I'm happy about with the channel. The watch time, the amount of subscribers we're adding. Short views have been great too. There's one thing about the channel that's really been just not good, and that is the standalone videos have not performed great lately. Like the standalone videos, I don't really consider them a hit unless they're over 100 views, and just almost none.
Did you get your debit card back?
I got a new one, but the money has not been returned. Yeah, like if you go to like standalone videos, for standalone pre-recorded videos, sometimes they'll have nothing for a while, and then all of a sudden views start trickling in. That happened with the Avatar
So
video.
you're not getting Halo yet?
No, I need Payday to come in a couple days. I should still be able to get it Tuesday. Because I'll get paid and then I'll go buy a PSN card with money on it to then go buy Halo. Tuesday or probably Wednesday. We'll start playing it though. I don't know, something like that. We'll see when we'll start playing it. So yeah, just on standalone videos, it's 1 view on Halo Campaign Evolved reviews, have me confused. 8 views on Nintendo Talks Tariff refunds. 19 views on the Avatar gameplay. 4 views on Splatoon. 6 views about Rise of Ronin. 16 views about King of the Hill. 12 views about top 10 best all-male athletes. My best viewed video lately was 54 views on the, as far as video tab goes for the bank hack. 54 views. 20 views, 10 views, 22 views, 5 views, 9 views, 69 views on Black Ops 2 Zombies for 1 hour 12 days ago. 3 views, 12 views, 14, 20, 10, 3, 5, 58, 5, 11, 24, 12, 8, 13, 46, 7, 44, 8, 31, 54, 8, 33, 15, 53. It's been 4 weeks since I've had a standalone video get over 100 views, and that was the Jackass Best and Last review. 278 views. But shorts are doing good. Over 200, 900, 200, 700, 1,000, 700, 300, 1K, over 200, over 7, 1.3K, 331. And of course, lives have been doing pretty good on watch time for us.
What about live streams?
Well, the view counts for the live streams don't matter as much. That's more about watch time. And they don't even really matter for the shorts as much. That's more, can I get someone to sub and check out the rest of the channel? Because that actually doesn't count towards watch time at all for shorts. What helps with the live streams help with watch time the most. Shorts help with exposure to a new audience. Videos, I need more video views, like main video views, because that's, I'll give you an example. A good live stream where I have a couple people watching might get me, 6-8 hours of watch time a pop. But a video that pops off, like the POF video I made that got 2.2K views, made like 50-something hours of watch time. And created like 20 new subscribers. Actually, probably more than that, to be quite frank. It all matters. More food reviews? Maybe. Stuffed them. I think you'll like, I don't know, I do know that the Tour de France live I did earlier today got over 100 views. We stuffed him again. 4th and goal. Quarterback sneak's completely broken. No, it doesn't work anymore. That ball's on the ground, by the way. No one picked it up.
Hello.
But quarterback sneak, they've completely ruined quarterback sneak. I will never do another one again. It just doesn't work. We stopped them. Goal line stand, fellas. Goal line stand. Never bother with the quarterback sneak ever again.
What about tush push?
They don't have anything like that. It's just you line up and the stupid meter pops on, and even if you hit pretty much decent on the meter, you're always stuffed. You're always stuffed on a quarterback sneak. They've ruined quarterback sneak.
I'm Sam.
Hey, Sam. Yeah, they complete. That's my biggest criticism, and they did the same thing in Madden, is what I hear. They've ruined quarterback sneak with that stupid ass meter. I use fullback dive as my new quarterback sneak now, which I kind of always did half the time anyway. Oh, come on, man. Catch that shit. All right, defense, we're going to need your help again.
Defense.
Yeah, defense did a great job last time. So, one video, I know what I got in the oven. Tomorrow, we got the Bible study video. It's going to be Genesis 25 through 30. And mostly it's going to cover Isaac and Jacob taking the blessing from Isaac instead of his brother Esau. I don't know how familiar you are with that story, Eli. But there's actually some comical scenes in there. I actually laughed during the study.
I didn't watch the last Bible study.
Oh, the one with Abraham and Isaac? Does that story bother you? You know what I do notice is, if you really think about it, Genesis is family drama. Like a lot of what goes on there is family drama.
The part with Lot and his daughters do.
Oh yeah. Call timeout. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of it's family drama. Oh, what a spin move. He got me. So basically, if I had to summarize it, Genesis is family drama. Exodus is about a people fleeing and leaving. And Leviticus is about establishing Jewish law. I think one thing to remember, though, Eli, is just like when you watch a movie or a TV show, there's a conflict. And the point is, conflicts get resolved. And it ends up being a happy ending. But there's going to be conflict before you get to that happy ending.
And Numbers is counting people.
Oh, wow, there we go. We just broke it open. Let's freaking go. What a play. I need a replay of that. I'm watching the replay. Well, if they're going to show us. There it is. All right, I'm watching it. Yeah, I just stiff arm him and kept on going. He almost blocked that. Hi, Doodles. Doodles. Are you good, girl?
How is little man?
He was acting strange earlier. He was walking around in circles. He was being a little stumbly. He was having a Joe Biden senior moment. But there's an easy way to tell if your dachshund's fine, having been a dachshund owner for many, many years now. As long as they eat, you know they're fine. And he eats. He's been eating. Oh, wow, he missed the screen. Doodles is over in the bed right now rolling around. A ball sack mask. Oh. Good girl. Look at you over there. He dropped it. Yes. Let's see what he does here. If he goes for it, I think he's punting. But if he went for it, that would have been crazy. I've never returned a punt for a touchdown in my entire Madden career. I have never returned a punt for a touchdown. Just played Madden for 26 years. I've never done it in any football game. Call timeout. You don't get much of an opportunity to because players don't punt very often, online especially, and you just don't do it.
Remaster Black Ops 3.
Good call. Well, I don't think I'm close enough for a field goal. You know what? We'll line up for it. We'll line up for one. We'll see. I'll call T.O. if I don't like it. Better chance than actually throwing it up in a Hail Mary. Yeah, I think the move here is every couple months Call of Duty brings one of these games up to the PS5. That's what I would do. I think that's the move. That's just money on the table. You want to give it a few months in between because if you release everything all at once, people won't have the money to just dump into every COD, 20, 40 bucks a piece. Then they would just pick their favorite and leave. But if you space it out enough, but not too much, you could get all the CODs brought up to modern consoles. I think you definitely do. You should prioritize lobbies that are hacked. Hey, yo, what's up? Oh no! Oh no! He fucking wiggled me out of my shoes.
I got breaking news for you.
All right, let's hear it. Sounds good.
My fav wrestler says try out for WWE soon.
Who's that? Good luck to her. Alright, how many of y'all is going to take to bring me down? First down. I'm still waiting to know which female wrestler he's talking about. That's pretty cool.
Are you covering any football games?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. There'll be some football I cover, no doubt. I'm also batting around a very interesting idea. I don't want to say the name of it yet because I may say the name of it.
J-Rod announces that she has been invited to a WWE tryout during SummerSlam weekend.
Oh, cool. Cool.
How's Tyler Helton?
Fan of the channel. Run.
With few other wrestlers.
I definitely hope who you're pulling for, J-Rod, ends up getting the bump. I should have let that ball go sooner. Oh, shit. Four carries for 107 yards. Oh, you lost your badge, Eli? Yeah, no QB sneak. We'll do fullback dive.
I don't like her work as babyface in OVW. I like her work in JCW.
I typically like heels better than baby faces too, though. Touchdown. Yeah, we went no huddle because he wasn't in the goal line formation, so we just reran the play and got the TD. Only in a video game would Florida State be ahead of Georgia.
What even is Florida State's mascot?
The Seminoles. They get a lot of controversy for that because you know how they changed the name of the Redskins and the Indians, and the Seminoles are still one of those Native American mascots that are not changed. They do that one song that the Chiefs do, but Florida State did it first. The
Also, so Joshua Bishop has tryout for WWE too.
Let's go, Joshua Bishop. Step on down and obtain your dream. Okay, so the idea I was talking about, Eli, this is what I was really considering this idea. How would you feel about a college football red zone? Yes. Now, here's the thing, though. I may go to my buddy Scoot's house to watch it for two reasons. One, I don't have my ESPN subscription anymore, thanks to my debit card being hacked. And number two, we were already planning on maybe watching it together anyway, so I may not be live reacting to it.
College football red zone.
So you know NFL Red Zone? You ever heard of that? Where they cover all the games, and when teams get in the red zone, they cover what's going on, and then they move on to the next game, and they bounce back and forth between games.
Yes.
I'm thinking about doing something no one's done before. College football red zone this year, where for 12 hours every Saturday I stream live and I talk about all the games going on and keep everybody updated and with the highlights and stuff. And when they're in the red zone, if they're getting ready to score. So it's like NFL red zone, but except I'm doing it for college football. Do you like that idea, and would you watch that? As I just get my ass blown out and ran over for a touchdown.
Yeah.
You would watch some of that? Because I would do stuff like, so think about it, I would like go live at 11 a.m. and then all the games that are going on at 11 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. and 6 p.m. and not, into the wee hours of the night, I would stream and I would do Red Zone for them. For like a max of 12 hours. Every Saturday. Like, I wouldn't start till week 1. Not week
Do
0.
you still watch WWE?
Yeah, I do. I do. We also live streamed, what was the last pay-per-view?
It's been 2 months since the last Wingo stream.
Oh, damn. It's been a while. But yeah, we've streamed some of the WWE shows. I was planning on doing SummerSlam, but I don't think I'll be able to now. I think I'm going to watch that at a friend's house. But I'll probably still cover match predictions, match results. First down. Okay, we need to start considering running clock down as well to leave him no time. But we can't get like really conservative and just run the ball into a cloud of dirt. Also, because we're on the road, we can't audible really well. First down. Take this to the 2-minute warning. He's going to touch the ball at least one more time. He's got all 3 timeouts. So we're not looking to settle for a field goal. We're looking for a tutty. See, I wanted to audible that. I couldn't audible it. That's why I wanted to audible. All right, third down. Fourth and 3, I got a huge decision to make here. We're going to go for it. I tried to draw him off sides. It didn't work. So now field goal. Good. But we've been keep giving up touchdowns, so he's got time. He's got plenty of time. with 1:10 and 1 timeout. I think we got a little too conservative there. I hope I don't regret it. I don't know if that was the smartest move by him either. A incomplete pass be better than a 3-yard gain tackled in bounds. Look how much clock is wasted. Oh shit, right up the middle. That's where he's been killing me. He's almost in field goal range already. Once he gets there, you know he's going to be looking for a tutty. That time, that was a poor choice of play there by him. I know he's been running the ball well, but that was a real poor decision to run the ball. Because if you run the ball and you don't get a first down on the run to momentarily stop the clock, there was no reason to even try it. Maybe he was that confident in his run game. Now he's sitting there 3rd and 12. If we get the ball back, game's over. Incomplete. 4th and 12. Game will be on the line here. Oh shit, he's going for a kick. This is 61 yards. Are you serious? He just made a 61-yard field goal in college football.
Gimme badge.
Give him the badge. Hey, we might be going to our first overtime game of 2026. Incomplete. I need one big catch and a timeout. I need a PI. All right, we're going overtime. I missed a 64-yard field goal earlier this game. He made a 61-yarder. So we won the toss. We've elected to go defense first because we want to know what we have to do on offense when it's our turn. Oh, that's not a good start.
How does overtime work in college football?
You take turns starting from the 25-yard line. You alternate like it's innings of a baseball game. Remember we had that 9 overtime game a couple years ago? In the first overtime, you start at the 25. You're allowed to go extra points afterwards. Second overtime, you got to go for 2 after a touchdown. Third overtime, you just alternate 2-point conversions. He's going to run it in. Barely able to stop him. Now, can we get him stopped here on this 3rd and goal? And would he be desperate enough to go for it if he was stopped? I'm bringing heat. Damn it, he got it. We're going to need a touchdown. But now we know we have to go for it on every 4th down. It's good to go second. Ugh. Oh, intercepted! That's the end of the game! The rare 13-point overtime loss. Wow. I'm going to get a replay of that last play. Well, we won our first 2 games today. We've lost our last 2. We got 1 more to go. All right, let's view that highlight. Let's see. Here it is. Let's see what I was thinking here. All right, at this point, when I'm going to throw the ball, what I'm looking at is I think he's curving in, and he's going to catch it, like right here. You know what I mean? That's what I'm seeing. Now, I know this guy's here, and he's going to
Michigan
push.
college mascot should be a Muslim.
Yeah, right. But I know there's going to be a contest here. I know this isn't easy. It's freaking 3rd down. I think that was 3rd down, wasn't it? Yeah. I know it's not going to be easy. But look at what I'm looking at when I make that decision. Yeah, you peel it back just one more half second. I make the decision right here to throw. That's when I make the decision. Because you can see his arm starting to move barely. He's covered. He's covered. He's covered. In my opinion, he is the least covered of the receivers. So in slow-mo, let's see what went wrong here. So this is classic Malcolm Butler style interception. He just cut straight. He just bear straight down on it. There was hands involved. Yeah, there was contest for sure. See, like I thought a contest was going to happen. It's this second guy that's able to come in here and pick it off.
Gibbs.
It happens, man. It's the way the ball bounces. We need to do a little better. We're ranked 42 right now. We wouldn't even make the playoffs if the playoffs started. Fresno State. Last team today. But yeah, I'm seriously considering the college football red zone show. I think it would be fun to go from game to game. We're at home, thank goodness. We're in red and we're at home.
Would it be streamed?
Oh, yeah, of course. College football red zone, it would be streamed. It'd be like a 12-hour live stream every Saturday starting week 1 of the college football season. Wow, he throws the ball more than me. Pretty even teams, Memphis versus Fresno State. So, like, I would probably have it like, you know, you have ABC, Fox, CBS, NBC, the CW network. You know, those, not ESPN, because I won't have the ESPN app anymore. But it would be your big 5 college football, like, antenna channels. I would switch the games between them, because a lot of times on college football Saturdays, all 5 of the main channels are playing nothing but college football most of the day. So I'll be switching between those 5 channels and the games they have going on and talking about them, what's going on. If one game gets interesting, we'll stick on it. So, you know, we'll leave it and go to something else when we want to. That's the concept. In fact, after this game is over, I could give I could give you an idea what it would look like week 1. I can see the schedule, but I wait till the game's over for that.
Whatever happened to that polyamorous couple you were friends with?
I'm still friends with them. Knocked away, be second and goal. I actually would like, somehow, I don't know if I can do this, but I would kind of like to get college football, the game finished before college football red zone even starts in early September. I don't want to get the two shows mixed up with people. That and September rolls around, it's going to get really busy with Halloween coming out, Wolverine, and then Fire Emblem. So by early September, I would like to be done with college football and done with Assassin's Creed. And done with Halo, obviously. I want those summer games completed before September. And clear the way for the fall. So I'm looking at a fall lineup here that's pretty insane. I'm looking at Halloween, Wolverine, Fire Emblem, Rayman Legends Retold, Castlevania. Ocarina of Time remake. Oh yeah, let's go! Let's freaking go! Play of the year. I'm watching the replay. Little Juke, little Stiffy, and a Tutty. Also, I hope Forza comes out in August. And if that does come out in August, that's going to make it kind of hard to be done with that game in time also. But I don't care. I want Forza 6. In November's GTA, of course. Already said, if Forza actually comes in November, if Xbox does an asshole move and puts it out the same day as GTA, but for PlayStation, I'm playing Forza first. Maybe not first, like I'd have GTA up, I would do some GTA content, but you best believe I would prioritize Forza Horizon 6 over GTA. For me personally.
Hello.
And here is Sam looking to get the #1 badge.
Here is Sam.
He's lucky he slid.
No, Sam got the badge.
Oh, Sam has the badge.
Gimme the badge. Sam has the badge.
I can't even see the badge when I do a TTS PS5 stream.
Yummy.
I only see the badge when I do it on computer.
Give it back. Give it back.
Wait. They said he caught that? Oh, no. We're going to challenge that
I
play.
had it.
We're challenging that. The call stands. Okay. I've had one play on offense, and it was a touchdown. The rest of the time, I've been on defense. Second and 1. Well, it's going to be the end of the first quarter. I'm up 7-3. Get him! Get him!
See, it's always been our policy, but the choir's new.
Wow. He gave up the TD. Let's see what Keem's up to. Oops. My bad. Keem. See the little cows up to.
5 minutes. It's been like 5. Okay, 5 minutes. And I thought set up like the littlest goal ever. 10 GTSs. Okay. When the goal gets hit, he has to pick the coach up with his team. And damn. Can we just like stop doing all this and just get rid of Turbo, please? Can we just like get him off the chips? Come back to the field discussion.
Sorry, I see a benefit of him. Okay, all right. What is there, donuts or something? What is that?
Closer to our goal. Copper, you know what our, Turbo, do you know what our goal is? I have no idea. Well, you'll find out in about 7 donos, and you're not going to like it, bud.
You are at what, the village? Is that not old people and golf carts right behind you right now? Is he literally at the village, like the famous place where all the elderly people?
Yes.
Is he there?
Yes.
That is where he was.
Yes.
That is the opposite of where you were.
Someone in chat wants to know why I hate you so much. Just because you're everything I would have been had I not found Desi. You're the opposite of what it's like to be with a woman like Desi, you piece of actual shit.
I'm very thankful you have Desi. She's an amazing lady.
I'm thankful you're going to die alone.
Old man moment by me.
I will never acquire something.
That was an old man moment.
We need to send him to Jacksonville. You need to get in there and get Elizabeth to tell him to Jacksonville tomorrow.
Two plays on offense. 2 touchdowns. Let's go.
I did not agree to speaking to Trump. I agreed to continue to
The team's back at the end of this week.
I was just checking on Little Man, make sure he's okay.
He did a punishment. So we get to the end of this week, and everyone's like, I fucking hate that guy. He has to go. None of this was good enough for me. You put me on fire. Now I can't bring it back at all. And everybody's like, thanks. This week it's supposed to be so people gave me a chance, an opportunity to give you enough to give you one more shot. We're supposed to be yesterday. People yesterday sucked. Today you went to the wrong environment. You keep fucking it up. You're not doing what the fucking says. Did you read? Right?
Cam, while you're here, 2 or 3 people donated 100 yesterday. They are boycotting the show until he goes to Jacksonville and makes it right.
Yeah, that's totally fine. That's totally fine.
Well, it's a fix it. Can we fix it?
Complimented all yesterday.
Okay, well then, if those people are saying, hey, I'm going to stop donating until he's in Jackson, that's totally their right, and that's fine.
I just said this is Jackson. Can I talk to those people right now? Sure. Listen, to those who donated the money,
Who are the hosts
send it to
now?
Jacksonville. I'm genuinely sorry.
I think it's Boogie, Copper, and Turbo.
It's okay with that on the panel.
Hi.
Wish you all will go tomorrow. I apologize for not being able to get today.
Hello.
It's Jacksonville. From here right now?
Yeah.
About 2 hours?
Extension Street?
No, you can't. It's not even filled one bucket. Not even one bucket. I did. Boogie.
Who are Copper and
I got
Turbo?
it. Please don't sit this.
Turbo's like that fat racist dude, and Copper is like that bald, bearded racist dude.
It's stuff. He's supposed to be quick. Take more stuff.
He dropped it.
Please. Thank you. And I've seen
I don't follow LolCal. We don't follow LolCal Live enough to be kept up with it, to be honest. I just watch Aussie Cobb.
I can't something. Copper can talk. Copper left. Copper's
Okay, well this is irritating because I'm getting tagged that he sat down again.
He did. Yes, of course he did.
He's not allowed to sit down. Why can't you fucking wrangle this? Why can't
They want Boogie to wrangle Copper and Turbo. Boogie is the LolCal. He can't be the wrangler.
They're telling me
I'm not going to say it. I'm a big fan.
well, there is no more sitting down until this stream is over with. I mean, you know what? Fuck that. No, I want longer than that. I set for another 30 minutes. You go ahead. But this. Turbo, a fucking conversation with you. And I'm looking at your note.
Oh, yes, sir.
Back up over. I'm still looking at your cunt. Turbo, here's the deal. You are not allowed to sit
Damn it.
anymore until the stream ends. And the stream most likely will be going to 8 if the easiest goal of $50. $50 will extend the stream to 30 minutes. There you go. Easiest goal stream.
That's why I have DirecTV.
Hello, I'm Sam.
There you go.
Hey, Sam.
Things I can do.
You have 50 minutes of no sitting. For the next 50 straight minutes, there will be no sitting whatsoever. If you would like a break from being on your feet, get down on your hands and knees and
You
pick up
switch
garbage
sports.
with your teeth.
You switch sports, please.
Big Martha's not happy. He's not happy. I'm not happy. And you know who's getting shit over this? Not you, because people know you're a piece of shit. They just want you to be gone. Alright? I'm getting the shit. I'm the one that's taking the shit for this.
Let's see. Will I make it 3 touchdowns per 3 touches? Let's find out.
Tired people not understanding the point of how fucking.
Not that time. I broke a tackle though.
You guys want to
3 carries.
That's fine.
3 carries for 160 yards, 2 touchdowns. But I'm losing 17-14.
That's fine. Every motherfucker in the LCU wants to turn against me and say I'm a piece of shit for doing it. It's fine. I'll tell you. No, just, what's your opinion? Oh, that's my opinion too. I do. What we're gonna do, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna beat this fat piece of shit into submission, and he's gonna change his ways. And my stops being like this. Fine and trash. Get on the ground.
My own offensive lineman sort of ran into me.
I see it. Get on the ground. It's not kid gloves. I put the guy on the ground picking up trash with his teeth, alright? But gaslight me. The guy is going to start thinking about the trash that comes out of your mouth and stop it. Sir, yes, sir. Tubbo is Storm Man. And now you're banned. Now you're banned. Him say, do not let him say. Here, come on. No. No. Turbo, did they let Jesus Christ sit? Okay. Did they let him sit? No, they just... Did he go sit? No, he got crucified.
Keemstar compared Turbo to Jesus Christ.
And broke his bones. And you know what? Jesus isn't racist. The reason I felt better than Jesus is I want you to start hitchhiking for a ride.
Wow.
He said he needs to be like Jesus Christ.
And try to flag down one of
Keem says he's Christian.
and try to get a ride. Okay. I need to see it. You're blocking the camera with your...
Wow, I got out of bounds just in time.
It's an emergency. Whether you're pregnant and you need to get a little bit. Yes, sir. Oh, wait. I'll go to the main town area. See, now that's funny. God, stop spamming that the show sucks. Guys, this show has always sucked.
All right, 17-all going into halftime. Oh, there's still 1 second.
Like it when you're the deal. The show has always sucked. Spamming that the show sucks is just makes you look dumb. Not us. Alright? You know it sucks, and you're here saying it sucks. It's there's never...
What a game. What a game last time, too.
Sucked. Alright? Literally, the intro to the show is this is the worst podcast on YouTube. That's true. It is. It always has been. Right? You're embarrassing yourself.
I have ball to start second half.
This is a little sub
You switch
for the shows
sports.
we've done.
Do switch sports. I'm really considering getting switched to Sports Resort in October. I really am, guys, because just for you guys only. I don't even care about doing it. I don't really like motion control games anymore, but I would really consider doing that just for you guys.
In
Oops.
October.
Yeah. Oh, here we go! Our star running back! Look at this! I've never ran for this many yards with someone before. It's getting crazy. I would say that's... Where did I run that from? Jeez, he might be cutting close to 250 yards, 3 touchdowns. Holy crap. The completionist completed Star Fox. Let's see what he has to say about that.
Did you see the game in action? Seems like it's pictures.
I'm sorry. Starbucks again? Are we serious? I mean, Starbucks 64. This game is going to be. I'm an idiot. Yes, this game so badly. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I will take another. Thank you. It's everything I wanted and more so. Clearly, I didn't know anything. 192 challenges, 61 battle backgrounds, 79 battle emblems, and 74 hollow viewer logs. That's in addition to the original game's 16 stages with challenge medals for both normal and expert difficulties. You can see just how different Star Fox 2026 is.
Yeah, and I beat the game in an hour and a half. But I'm not a completionist.
Star Fox 2026. There's just so much here. Maybe too much. I don't know.
Really? Is there so much there?
Completionist, and I'm going to complete Star Fox 64 again. Perfectly. 4th time. 6th. Star Fox for Switch 2. Let's go. Yes.
Are you serious? Get him down.
Yes. Let's say you go full completion. That's a little more complicated here. There's a ton of extra
4th inches.
experience. Even just the base story mode, Star Fox 2026 is still as clean and digestible as ever. If you want to know my thoughts on the original 64 version, you can check out the New Game Plus episode I did a few years ago. But in short, yeah, Star Fox 64 is still one of my favorite games of all time. Featuring tried and true on rails 3D shoot-em-up gameplay.
Incomplete, our ball.
Did you see Spaceballs is becoming a cinematic universe?
No, I did not see that.
First one, I came to realize just how truly extensive the effort was. Let's start with the campaign, specifically the medals.
Hello.
Every stage has a hit score, and achieving the high score for that stage.
Oh my God! Are you serious? Here we go!
Getting every medal.
Touchdown! Again!
Getting a second medal for expert mode score.
Unstoppable!
There's extra enemies to find.
Undeniable!
And you can easily break your way within a matter of seconds.
Touchdown.
Otherwise, it's your standard hard mode, and this expert mode wasn't the original as well. Meaning there wasn't really a lot of surprises for me personally yet. I got every medal in normal mode and just...
That's gotta be like 300 yards rushing. Dude, I want to see the stats, bro.
Medals on both and expert settings, in addition to always seeing
That's gotta be 300 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns.
Medals have changed in a lot of places. It mostly feels the same, but
I got the bag.
2026
Good job.
even smoother gameplay than the original in a lot of ways, allowing for some line-betting optimization that makes that score
I
counter
want the
go
bag.
bigger than I've ever seen. I mean, unless you're a Star Fox speedrunner, because those people are nuts. They can just do anything without hesitation. Those guys are great. But that being said, you probably are going to play through the story of Star Fox 64 far more than you ever would the original. And it does put a lot of strain on the story to a degree. You know, the biggest immediate differences are the cutscenes between stages, giving you a lot more context and banter with the Star Fox crew, along with a more full realised explanation of why Star Fox and his friends were even doing some of these missions in the first place. These even help to accentuate some of the standout moments from the original, like when Slippy gets his ass popped by the boss in Sector X, and you have to go rescue him from Titania. With every other stage, you'll pretty much always get a choice of where to go next, and the reasoning for why Fox might want to take one path.
Damn it, I knocked him forward.
Fox always has the final key of this team, and it's a nice touch to help show his authority within
Hello, I'm
Starfox's
Sam.
organization. And that was really just a suggestion in the original. This is heightened when you finish Sector X, and you start hearing the little back and forth between Fox, Falco,
Mr.
Peppy, and General
Zack.
Pepper. Falco thinks Slippy will be fine, and General Pepper tries to strong-arm Fox into just moving on. But unlike
Mr.
every
Zack.
mission where your next move is up to you, Fox gets up, tells the General off, and takes his team to Titania immediately. And honestly, that's kind of badass. And on that note, yeah,
Do we
the voice
play?
acting has totally been overhauled here, and given how beloved the original Star Fox
Do we play?
had, it definitely invites some discussion here. On one hand, this game's going for a completely different tone from the original. Gone is the campy, puppet reference-packed dialogue, and in its place is a script written with far more intent and total consistency. The whole story feels pretty cohesive now.
Make
And
Switch
all of you
play.
get super detailed
He had a lot of protection there.
every person and chip in the game. Seeing more
Make
Make a Switch
play.
music.
some weird stuff slips through, like in Vegeta, where you see Fox jump off a ship to suddenly defuse the bomb. Not to nitpick this too much, but when did Fox learn to suddenly defuse bombs in Aerial Academy? The new context is really just flavor text and basically never has any impact.
Switch
Things
fit.
Threw it away.
Despite that, they still managed
Switch
to
2 fit.
was always there. And when you compare it with what was the original 64
Switch
Switch fit too.
becomes a lot more interesting. Now, I'm definitely not saying that the original 64 is everything is bad. In sight, that would be ridiculous. I can recite every line of that game by heart. And I'm still going to be saying,
Switch to sensitive.
to the nurse feeding me pudding when I'm ancient and stuck in the nursing home.
Switch to
It's not
2.
because it rules. Nobody's taking anything too seriously. The one-liners are hilarious, and it gives 64 the vibes of every great 80s action movie.
Do you think there will be a Switch 3?
I do.
all my subscriptions. But
I think they'll actually do a Switch 3.
Well, this time around, moms have
If the Switch 2 keeps being successful, yeah.
hard shots without
I don't see why Nintendo would switch off of that.
And yes, the better resolution helps a ton too, since you'll
I
much more
do.
easily be able to chase down targets in long range mode. And by the way, in case you haven't noticed, this game is flippin' gorgeous. All of it culminates to the very best playing Star Fox game in the series to date, in my opinion. For me, it's kind of amazing to see a nice, more focused game like Star Fox doing so well with the hardcore gaming space online. Gotta know the stage is extremely well interact with the truly insane swords, especially since utilizing the combos where bombs and charge shots are very important.
Fourth down, he's gonna go for it, I imagine.
It came to me like riding an old bike, and I clutched expert mode pretty handedly. To be clear, I don't want to give the impression that expert mode is going to be super easy for everyone. I personally just never thought that Star Fox 64 was too difficult to begin with, and this expert mode was clearly made for people like me and I. But that being said, if you aren't familiar with these kinds of games, you might struggle a bit. And that's totally fine.
He caught it.
The new casual mode that adds aim assist.
That's gonna end the quarter.
Precise shooting. Fred shoots while you steer, and the continue system is extremely generous compared to the original game. Personally, I felt like the upgraded controls and more generous hitboxes on bombs make this even easier than the original. All that in mind, there's loads of opportunities to improve your skills if you just can't wrap your head around it.
Scored.
The struggle in this remake is yet to come. It's everyone's favorite thing to do. Multiplayer achievements.
He's going for 2.
It wouldn't be a modern remake without them, right? Gone is the split-screen deathmatch from the original game, and in its place are 3 new game modes ranging from Capture the Flag, Hold the Point, and an item King of the Hill sort of collection challenge.
You can get it.
Star Fox versus each team getting little groups of smaller ships that fly around the map, just like in all range mode areas in single player. In Court Area, the game mode is zone control, just like Overwatch or Battlefield. hold the point with more of your team in the area for longer than the other team, and you'll get the points.
Can we keep this up, guys? Can we score another touchdown right here with the running back?
Bring that payload back to their respective goals. Have Rocket League have captured the flag. All chaos. Finally, there's Vegeta, where everyone competes to get the most shards from fallen meteors. The meteors can easily kill you as they fall low, so it quickly develops into both teams circling the impact site, trying to make these long surface runs while getting shot down. Now, as soon as
7 carries for 311 yards and 4 touchdowns.
That breaks out. Even if your team doesn't win the objective, there's still plenty of opportunity to win points. That comes down to dogfighting. Shooting down enemy ships nets you a decent amount of points, but assists rack up even more on top of that. This creates a real incentive to keep your team close together, take formations, and coordinate your movements to strategically take down foes. At least if you're playing with 3 other real people. This new multiplayer is by far the highlight of the remake. The team at Valiant Studios understands what makes Star Fox 64 so damn fun. You can jump into the multiplayer with your friends, and be shooting at each other just like Fox and his team does in the game, or even the Death Star runs from Star Wars. Chasing down an enemy ship and outmaneuvering them for the kill feels incredible. Covering a teammate as they bring the cargo back to your goal, shooting down the other team as they try and make chases so rewarding. Hitting a somersault and icing the fool is just such a rush. Like, come here,
Oh, dude, I keep busting off tackles somehow.
Game in years, and it comes from such an unlikely.
That Star Fox multiplayer was not that fun.
Yes, those are multiplayer achievements, and they definitely are a grind. And they're going to take up as much time as the main story, if not more. See, Star Fox 2026 organizes its achievements by splitting them up between the Holoviewer, Game Chat avatars, their little banners, and banner badges. Holoviewer is where you get most of the game's most interesting lore. And yes, there's the hilarious Game Chat avatars that lets you map your face onto various Star Fox character portraits like you would a VTuber. These are both unlockables for completing main story and challenge mode. The banner backgrounds and badges feature a mix of challenges across every mode in Star Fox. But this is where the multiplayer achievements really live. 15 of the badges are purely random rewards that
2-minute warning.
finishing a match, and 22 of the badges are all multiplayer challenges. As for the backgrounds, there's 2 that are random rewards, 6 with some of the same requirements as the badges. These are your standard achievements like 20 takedowns of a specific item or weapon, use a certain special weapon like the EMP or Plasma Blast 5, 10, 20 times, so on and so forth. Then there's winning 20 matches as Star Fox, as well as winning 20 matches as Star Wolf, winning a total of 50 matches, getting Team MVP 20 times, and then finally, the big one, there's several badges for playing up to 100 total matches and even winning 100 matches in multiplayer. The nice thing is that you don't have to do all of this in the matchmaking mode, but honestly, I didn't bother with offline matches at all. After I got all the medals in the story mode, I just dove headfirst into multiplayer without really touching the challenge mode, since I knew both would be a real grind, and honestly, I just had a lot more fun with the multiplayer. Playing online,
First down.
watched most of the other teams, so I kind of more in spots than human players. If a real person drops mid-match, the game replaces them with a bot that's significantly more difficult. And these mid-game bots are significantly smarter than the ones that fill the party during the matchmaking process.
Welcome back. As soon as this game's over, I'm going to explain how college football red zone can work.
Best to match you with other teams of real players of between 3 to 4. This is how you find out how really good the players are online. Now, when I played with myself, it was a complete match. Until I'm now braggadocious about my game skills. When it comes to Star Fox, my friends, I'm pretty damn good. And so began my grind to 100 matches. The achievements for using certain items weren't really an issue because no matter what, you're going to be doing 100 games in matchmaking. So I just had a notepad.
Another one for him. That's number 5 for the running back today.
I could tactical rally when things weren't working out so well, and I pretty quickly wrapped up these achievements after a while. Now you might be wondering why I was writing these things down on a notepad though, and this comes down to one of my biggest
I think he's going to quit.
2026 is multiplayer.
He quit.
This remake is how they clearly tell you the requirements for every challenge.
I had over 350 yards rushing and 5 touchdowns with that running back. That is insanity. That is insanity. So I will tell you, go ahead and tell you guys, here's how Red Zone's going to work. Let's look at results history. Here's how college football Red Zone's going to work. Eli, are you paying attention? This is very important.
Why?
Oh, why? Just so you know what's going on. I'll give you an example. Okay, now, week 1 of the season for college football, not week 0, week 1 is Saturday, September 5th. That may be the first day that I do college football Red Zone. It'll start at 11 a.m., and we'll be following all the games that are on Fox, ABC, CBS, NBC, and the CW network. And we'll be bouncing between them like it's NFL Red Zone, but for college. To give an example of what that would look like. Saturday, September 5th at 11 a.m., we have 2 games going on at the same time. East Carolina versus Alabama and North Texas versus Indiana. Then at 2:30, we have Baylor Auburn, Boston College Cincinnati, Boise State Oregon, Fordham versus North Dakota State, and at 6:30 p.m., we would have Clemson versus LSU, Western Michigan versus Michigan. And that would be an example of Red Zone. It's not a great example. It's not like 4 or 5 games per window, but there's like 2 games in the 11 o'clock window. There's like 4 or 5 games in the 2:30 window, and then there's like 2 games in the 6:30 window. But like week 2, it heats up even more. Week 2 is like in the 11 a.m. window is Oklahoma, Michigan, Arizona State, Texas A&M. And the 2:30 window is Alabama, Kentucky, Mississippi State, Minnesota, Arizona, BYU, Rice versus Notre Dame. And the 6:30 window, Ohio State, Texas, Texas Tech, Oregon State, Iowa State, Iowa. So, yeah, I think it's pretty interesting. So we might do that. We'll see how the support goes for it. But that's going to be it for this stream, guys. I'll see y'all later.